This podcast encourages and empowers you to create your own unique real story, develop your own unique real statement, and discover your own unique real self. The power is yours. Good morning, Bamidele Adenipekun. I knew I would have messed it up.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
I did well, did I?
You did a good job.
Okay.
Yeah, you did very well.
Could you say it for me, please?
It's Bamidele Adenipekun.
Ooh, I did okay. Yeah. Wow.
You did well.
I will not be saying that again on this conversation, I'll tell you.
No, just stick to Bami. That's fine. B-A-M-I. Bami.
There we go. Well, do tell me, what part of the world are you in right now, Bami?
I'm in Wales in the UK.
All right.
That's where I live.
All right. So, well, do tell me which of your talents is responsible for us connecting at this specific time in history.
It will be my writing. Because I write inspirational posts and I also do vlogs as well. And I published my first book in 2017.
Ooh.
And it's because of my passion to help people who have undergone trauma. So I think maybe what will have caught your eye will be my passion, which is to tend the broken wings of people's dreams so that they can be inspired to soar above their troubles. That's my passion. That's my mission. I never get tired talking about it.
So where did the gas for the engine come from for this passion?
Basically, I think it was about 12 years ago. Because I've always wanted to help the underprivileged. I've always wanted to help people without a voice, because I hate injustice in any form or whatever. So I've always wanted to do that. And then 12 years ago, I got thinking that dreams are like birds that require wings to fly, and that often people go through circumstances of life, like difficult circumstances that break or damage the wings of these dreams. And all of a sudden, it feels as if the sky has gone from sunny to gloomy, and then they feel they cannot move on, or they just go through the motions. But my passion is to tend those broken wings, regardless of what people have gone through, so they know that they can move beyond that, so that they can be inspired to soar above the troubles, and hence the name Inspired to Soar.
Love it. So where can people connect with you who are listening?
They can find me on Facebook. There's the Inspired to Soar Limited page. They can find me on Instagram. They can find me on Twitter as well, because for now the website is down. So, but they can find all of those details, and my book is also available on Amazon in paper cover, and Kindle.
So, why will you continue to do what you do, my friend?
Okay, the thing is because I'm no stranger to adversity myself as a breast cancer victor, because I know I've moved beyond the surviving mode, and also having gone through child abuse and gone through bereavement in loss. So because I lost both my mom and my big sister to breast cancer, both of them at the age of 46. So my sister died nearly 2 years ago, and my mom died 25 years ago. So having gone through all of that, and because I was diagnosed with breast cancer when I was 37 in March 2014. And basically, and this was after going through a major surgery to prevent it from happening. And then I realized that, I had a choice. I could either be defined by the various trauma that I've gone through, or I could rise above it and triumph over it. And because with all the support and with all of the things I've learned, I then wrote my book. So it's 3 parts memoir, 1 part framework, and it's a 7-step framework to help people transition from mere survival to thriving and finding fulfillment in the aftermath of trauma. I call the aftermath of trauma the new normal, because after trauma, your life is not what it used to be. It's things cannot, because after, whether you lose, whether it's loss through bereavement or divorce or the loss of a job or the loss of a home, or any of those traumas, your life is not the same. So you enter what I call your new normal, which is a change in outlook and perspective in the aftermath of trauma.
That's beautiful. All right. Well, do tell me one other thing that you've done, Bami, consistently over the last 3 years, please.
The one thing I've done is consistently. I keep learning, because no matter how much you think you know, there is always so much to learn. So I call myself a student of life and a student for life.
How does it make you feel being that person? How does it make you feel being a student of life?
It's stretching sometimes, but it's a good thing to be, because it opens my mind to bigger possibilities. It shifts me from being stuck in a rut to always being vibrant. And coupled with that, I'm an optimist. I'm a person of hope and faith, because I believe that if you don't have hope, that regardless of what you're going through, that there are better days ahead, despair will crush you. Because if you don't choose hope, the alternative is despair. So that's the way I live my life. I'm not saying that everything is all a bed of roses or whatever like that, but I have a determination to push through. So I've learned to work on my resilience as well.
It's so important.
So,
yeah? Hope.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, love that. Suggest to someone that's listening why they should do what you've done by, as you said, being that person who walks to learn in knowledge every day.
I will say to the person that no matter what stage you are in, there will be, even if you've reached the pinnacle of your career or your business or your skill or whatever, or you think you have, there would always be gaps in your knowledge, and it is important to reflect and to be self-aware, to be able to identify those. Once you identify those gaps, then you find a way to learn. Because the day anyone stops learning, you get stuck, you become stagnant, and stagnancy stinks anyway. So, and that's why I say to everybody, no matter where you are in life, there is always something to learn. So, and I always say this, that life, because last year, one of the themes for the months, because I choose themes for months when I'm doing my videos and my posts, and one of the months was to do with lifelong learning. So just like adults, children can learn from adults and vice versa. And that's how we grow. That's how we develop. That's how we attain greater. That's why we attain greater heights.
Love it. Amazing audience. Again, you're hearing it live from Bamidele Adenipekun. How did I do there, Bami?
You did well.
There we go. Let's switch gears for a moment now, Bami. Let me invite you into my time machine that is surrounded with beautiful, warm, blue Caribbean water. Bami, what is your earliest childhood memory?
My earliest childhood memory was sitting at the dining table late at night with my uncle. He's now deceased now, and watching him eat, and then him sharing the rest of his food with me, even though it's very late and everything like that. It was just that excitement I always had, waiting for him and knowing that he will share a treat with me. So that's.
How old were you in that memory?
I was about 4.
All right. Why do you think that memory sticks out so clearly today?
Yeah, because in an otherwise, because a lot of my childhood was filled with abuse from my father and everything like that. And that is one positive memory of being cherished, of being loved, that I hold on to. So I think that's why.
How do you see that memory connecting to who you are today?
Number one, it's as because I'm a parent. I'm a single mother of a 14-year-old, and it reminds me that it's important for me to let her know that she's loved, And it's also important for me to show my loved ones, as in my acquaintances, my friends, my siblings, show them that I love them in whatever way I can.
That's amazing. Wow. All right. Can I offer an interpretation to the thought picture you created in my mind with that memory?
Okay.
I love the idea of the bits sometimes that we need to feed others to then help them become encouraged. Small doses, consistently. So to see that you're doing that by sharing your videos and your posts to help people, those people that are looking for hope, that's pretty cool. Yeah. That is pretty cool. If we fast forward, you're welcome. If we fast forward to when you were 12 years old, what was your favorite song?
My favorite song was, because I was in Nigeria at the time, I was in secondary school, and my favorite song was this song, "If You Love Me, You Wait For Me" by Sunny Ade. It was one of these it was a duet between two of the most popular singers in Nigerian music scene at the time. And basically it was this song of two young lovers telling themselves to be responsible in their choices, like guarding against teenage pregnancy, that kind of thing, and the lessons of delayed gratification. But it was also done in a playful way and everything like that. So that's what I remember.
I'll check that out for sure. All right, well, we've arrived at our destination, but before we get off of this time machine, there's a small declaration form. So it's yes or no, possibly a bit more. We're going to move pretty quickly here. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Bami, have you chosen someone to pass on your skills to?
Not yet, but I'm working on it.
Are you married?
No.
Do you have children?
Yeah.
Do you believe in God?
Yes.
Do you have an inner circle of friends?
Yeah.
Do you watch TV for more than 3 hours a day?
No.
How about 3 hours a week?
No.
What about screen time, the phone and the computer? Is it more than 8 hours a day or less than 8 hours a day?
More than 8 hours a day, I've got to confess, because I work on the computer all day.
Bami, if you had to share with us your own unique real statement, a statement that represents who you are, what would you say?
Okay, my passion and my mission is to tend the broken wings of your dreams so that you can be inspired to soar above your troubles.
Love it. Bami, again, great pleasure. Before you leave, is there anything else you'd like to share with our amazing audience?
Basically, I just want people to know that no matter what trauma, if you've ever undergone trauma or adverse circumstances, no matter what it is you've gone through, even though your new normal and the aftermath of it is not the same as the life you used to have, fulfillment is possible, thriving is possible, and joy is indeed possible, no matter how dark things are. So that's my message to people.
Bamidele, thank you, my friend, for being on What is Inspired by 12-Minute Convos with Angel Jones.
Thank you very much for having me.
You're welcome.
Take care.
This segment has been brought to you by Bamidele Enterprise.